Um, yeah, sometimes clapping cheeks, sometimes getting cheeks clapped. It's the story of life. It's how life works. I put a tweet out there that actually went somewhat viral, and it went crazy. A fully fit Manchester United can we score 8 past Sheffield United? Uncomfortable conversations. And a lot of people didn't like it. It's got nearly 500,000 views. The first thing first is okay, Newcastle done an absolute madness, right? Yeah, it looks crazy. It looks like wow, how can they score 8 against Sheffield United? Blah blah blah. But let's be honest, Sheffield United's home record has been diabolical. First and foremost, they've not won a game at home since freaking God knows when. I think the last time they won was in Championship. They've not won in the Premier League, anyways. They've not had a game that they've won in the Premier League. They've just drawn against Everton 2-2. Other than that, it was all a shambles. Now, looking at Newcastle's form, right? Just concentrating on Newcastle for a minute. Newcastle just coming off a draw against AC Milan. They won against Brentford. They lost against Brighton. They lost against Liverpool in that amazing game. They lost against Man City in that tight game. But they beat Aston Villa 5-1 at the start of the season, right? So Newcastle can score goals. They've scored 5 goals at home, start of the season. And they've scored 8 goals against Sheffield United yesterday. So one thing we can establish, they can score goals. Looking at their lineup yesterday, right? They started with Callum Wilson, Almiron, and Barnes. Okay, that's their front three. In midfield, they had Anderson, Gomares, and Longstaff. Does that midfield, does that front line scream creativity? Scream Almiron is a creative winger, right? Harvey Barnes is decent. Bruno Gomares is top. But Longstaff, Anderson, do they, Harvey Barnes, do they scream wow, madness? They don't. But how have they managed to go and clatter Sheffield United? 8 goals. Longstaff scoring, Dan Burn scoring, Botman scoring, Wilson scoring, Gordon scoring, Almiron scoring, Gomares scoring, Isaac scoring. So no player got more than 1 goal. Let that sink in. I'm going to go really deep with it. No player got more than 1 goal. Longstaff, Burn, Botman, Wilson, Gordon, Almiron, Gomares, Isaac. So many different goal scorers. That shows you a lot of threat. And it's important that you have a team that can have a lot of threat. Now, people didn't like my tweet. They said it's not consistent. This is not how football works. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, Cam came out and said 8 isn't an everyday number. That's not how football works. This is a comfortable conversation, according to him. But then I responded, right, saying I'm fully aware football don't work like that, and yes, City didn't do that. I get all that. That's common sense. But I wonder, a fully fit Man United, can we turn into a serious goal-scoring team? Sure, that was a freak result, but we get slapped with freak results as well. Goal difference is mad important, as I'm sure you know. If we don't start winning some games with a healthy scoreline, then it's going to be a long day later on in the season. City didn't do it is a shit argument because there are prem teams getting these freak results, but we are struggling to score more than 1 goal against Burnley, and Spurs put 5 past them after losing Kane and getting a new manager. You have to look at it overall. Can a fully fit Man United win a game, let's say 4-0? That's the context I am giving. That's what I'm trying to say. Not just Sheffield United, though. The thing is, overall, comment down below. Can you see a fully fit Manchester United have a 4-0 victory against someone away from home? Yes or no? And I want you to give a little bit of breakdown. Because Man City look like they can score 4 or 5 goals every game, bro. Yeah, sometimes they struggle. They struggled against Newcastle. They struggled against Sheffield United. But they still ended up finding an answer. But then look, Man City scored 5 against Fulham. So they can score goals. They scored 3 against West Ham away from home. So this thing about they didn't do it against Sheffield, but they can't still do it because they do it against other teams. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I think in the Champions League game, that Zvezda, I think that's how you pronounce. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that team's name, but they scored in the 45th minute. Bukhari, who scored on the 45th minute, Man City went down 1-0 into half time. But in second half, they scored 3 goals. Bang, bang, bang. Alvarez, Brace, and Rodri scoring the 3rd goal. Boom, game over, 3 goals. Can we do that? A fully fit Manchester United, can we do that?